Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti of Untitled Studios, and this is Making Comics and Art 148, Late Night Edition. Welcome, if you dare. Let's see. Got some reference. Landon, hello. Well, damn it. Wish I had a bigger screen. What's up? It's been a busy day, so I'm starting here late. And I push that over. You go there. Okay. Setting up my screens so I can see stuff. All right. Yeah, it's been one of those busy but non-work days. Okay. Looks like everything copacetic. So yeah, I'm rocking and rolling with Inktober. This is technically day 6. And it's funny, I haven't really been keeping up with the prompts, the official or whatever Inktober prompts. But today's prompt was spirit. So I happen to be doing, as I mentioned last night, I wanted to do Will Eisner's The Spirit, since Will Eisner was very influential early in my career, specifically with The Spirit. I enjoyed, they put out different books, magazines, reprints of his The Spirit strip. And I really enjoyed the character, the book, the stories, the artwork, the visionary that is Will Eisner. His storytelling is top notch. His artwork is plenty good. His ink strokes are gorgeous. He's not super tight, super detailed, but like I said, his storytelling is really, really good. Yeah, Spirit is just a fun romp of a story. If you don't know the character, I definitely recommend you go check him out. My day was good, Landon. You know, I got a small apartment, and unfortunately not big enough, or not equipped with my own washer dryer. So this evening I was over at my friend's place where I do my laundry. We were catching up on Walking Dead episodes. There's one more for this string of episodes, but it's the last season. Although I still fear The Walking Dead. All right, what am I doing? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, let's see this. And yeah, I'm still watching it. It's definitely not as good as it once was with Carl and Rick. We're still in the picture, but it still has good episodes. And I've been watching it this long. I want to see where it goes next and winds up. But yeah, my friend got a new washing machine, and it's smarter, but it takes longer. So that was my evening there. I waited for each the washer to finish and dryer to finish and washer to finish and blah blah blah. But I enjoy hanging out with her, hanging out with her cats, which by extension are my cats. What am I doing? Burp, burp, burp. Forget who I'm drawing. And before that, I don't know. What did I do all day? Straighten up my studio a bit, get some things in order, print out some work I gotta do. I haven't mentioned it. I got another cover inks to do. This time for Tragedy. On an artist I never worked on. Now, okay, so let me get into this a little bit. I love Will Eisner's work, and I love the spirit. And in DC not too long ago. Hey, Telepathic Bunny Comics. Stuck at work. Eisner is the goat. What is that? But yeah, so DC did a sort of a tribute to Eisner and the spirit, and got other writers and artists on spirit projects. But very few, much like, I sort of was talking about with Vampirella, much like with Vampirella, very few artists have captured the true spirit nuances in their art. And I can already tell I'm not going to do a better job. Hey, Creators Outlet. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is I've been doing these later and later, and I finally passed the point where I passed midnight, and I was tempted to do it earlier today, but I was just got bogged down in a bunch of different meaningless things. So it goes. But yeah, Eisner was an early influence for me and my work. And I know I looked at his like sequential books. Ah, don't worry about that. I looked at them, but I definitely want to pick them up if they're not already on my wish list. I have sort of a couple lists up on Amazon of things I want to get. Books to read, art books, reading books. And definitely Eisner is among them. How do I have that hanging up? I think it's a nail. Hold on a second. Goat. Greatest of all time. I was close. All right, so a friend of mine, let's see. I have this hanging up on my wall. Yeah, the light's not hitting it too bad. This is my friend Jeff Lafferty. Did this for me. It's a very cool piece. I love his style. Jeff is in a internet sensation that he's taken off the last year from being online. But that's okay. He's still around in spirit, and you can always watch his videos at any time. He, as far as like people that interview people, he's done some really good ones. He's just a natural great interviewer. People like being interviewed by me, because I'm casual and easy to get along with. But he asked the good questions. Anywho, yeah, like, when I was beginning as an inker, especially, I constantly mention Bernie Wrightson, but Will's work is, it's more old school, but it's like he puts down the important lines, kind of, sort of, in his approach. You gotta love that. And he was easier to grasp than Bernie. Bernie's another level. It's not bad. I don't know if anybody here ever heard of the band The popular back in mid-'80s, maybe a little later. Not sure how long. It's one guy, I think it's Matt Johnson. I was just listening to Infected. Great album. There's a certain cartooniness to Will's work that I'm not capturing, but screw it. It's like, these are supposed to be quick drawings. I'm not fussy about, I know like most of the time it's minor in some cases, a little more obvious than others, but like my eyes are not always even. the eyes I'm drawing. I see a bunch of comments. Oh, okay. Eisner Curry are the Mount Rushmore. Yes, indeedy. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's just do a little something different. But yeah, I used to, part of my process of taking in an artist's work is really hours spent looking over their work. And I've definitely done that with Eisner. Just examining his line work and how he throws shadow down on figures and backgrounds, and the design of his panels. Once I start issue 2 of Retro, I'm going to get into more nitty-gritty design, storytelling, that kind of stuff. I cannot wait. But yeah. See you, Landon. Get some good sleep. Thanks for joining, even if it was for shortly. But yeah, these are like sort of convention drawings. I'm not spending a heck of a lot of time on these. And still, my favorite has been the Dr. Doom piece, which I posted on my Instagram earlier today. Because it's like I'm better when there's more detail to the characters. Most characters, are just subtle differences in costume or hairstyle or whatever. And with the Spirit's costume, you almost don't see his hair. He's got a good boy haircut, as opposed to my character, Retro, who's very 70s band era haircut. But yeah, I was listening to Infected. Great album. And if you take it on face value, it's very political. But I don't even, it's like I listen to songs and enjoy the words, enjoy the instruments and all that, but I don't always read into what the artist is putting out the way they intended. So it's funny on Facebook. A friend of mine, Robert Johnson, tagged me in a post where he had a bunch of issues of retro. Nobody has retro yet. Of Aquaman from the Peter David era that I inked, that he had displayed and bagged in the picture. And it's like, oh, it's cool, man. Let me know if you want those signed or whatever. I do that. But yeah, so just before I went live here, I was putting away my laundry, listening to the Infected. It's just a beautiful album with beautiful music. And I guess I like it a tad more because the cover is a drawing. You know, I never actually looked up who the artist was. It might be the guy who created the music. It could be somebody else entirely. It's just this cool, crazy image of something that looks infected. All right, you can go up a little bit. Okay. So who's left here? Landon left, somebody else left. Maybe the bunny who's stuck at work, or maybe he's the one that stuck around. So are you working the late shift, or are you in a different time zone? Never know. Never know. I want to mention, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but Sunday is the last day for my friends at Global Frequency and their book, Maverick Origin, which is on Kickstarter. I work third. Man, I did third shift once. It totally screwed me up. And it took me a couple of months after it. And and it was like a seasonal gig over at Amazon. We have Amazon in town. And for months afterwards, I was trying to get back to a day mentality. It took me a while. So I feel for you. So feel free, if you're not too busy at work. I gotta go. I got my charger. Good luck. The vampire, I'm pretty much vegetarian at the moment. Cool, man. Take it easy, buddy. Yeah. I haven't really been announcing these, and so far what I've done is I'll just set it up just before I go live. So anybody who pops up is purely luck. I don't know if people are getting notifications. I'm asking you now. How did you hear about my show? It's like before I started streaming, I just glanced around on YouTube and saw a couple of people live, and that's essentially how I see people are up and about. Yeah, I don't think the notification bell ever works unless I specifically say, I want to see this episode of this show. I never get a general notification of anything. So that's why I gotta create a mailing list. There's so many things I gotta do. I have made myself way too much of an insane schedule. But hopefully I get a lot done this year. And I'll be able to relax a bit and actually accomplish a lot of 101 small things I got to do, improve my business and income and all that jazz. Even though if you read below the video, it says like I'm doing these because my art rep is having an auction end of November. I believe it's the 27th of November for artwork from me and maybe a dozen of us. I forget. And other than I did a couple of pinups with Gary Oddman. Of Aquaman. So we have like 2 prints we did together of Aquaman. So that's a popular character. Because like the audience of my art rep is into buying artwork with popular characters, and I really don't have a lot of that laying around. So I want to do more elaborate pieces, but I figured I'm feeling a little rusty drawing and definitely rusty drawing popular characters. So these, and most of these won't be fantastic pieces. It's more to take time out of my days and put time into actually drawing, finishing my own pieces of work as opposed to working on everybody else's books and things and whatnot. Um, while, I still am working on retro. My book, I plan to get out this year. But yeah. So anything you do on a daily basis helps improve, even if these are, kind of quick pieces and sometimes imperfect. It's all good. Do I have my coffee maker on? It's too late to have my coffee maker on. Came back home and I was dead tired and I was like, I need a little coffee. Need a little pick me up. So I got some coffee, played some music, put my laundry away. And definitely had to do that. Like, I made my bed so the cats can go crash out. I fed them when I got back home. After we said our hellos. Okay. So I was freaking exhausted last night. Didn't think I did a wonderful vampire. It's passable. One of the things that's cool about nowadays is like, you follow an artist and their work, and if they go to a convention, they do share a lot of the sort of Comic-Con convention sketches they're doing. And, you get a lot of, it's okay, it's okay. But every once in a while, you get a gem, like something that, they just came up with on the spot. And it's like, whoa, that's a little different than anything I've seen before. you know. But yeah, I remember in my early days of working in comics, really studying Eisner's artwork and his brushstrokes and how he used shadow and where he placed the camera. It's like I don't think I retain most of it. It's like you just constantly in a state of trying to learn. Yeah, it sounds like my coffee maker's on. Somebody please go inside and turn it off. Kidding. Once my schedule calms down a little bit, I'll probably start scheduling these. We're going to have people actually show up and where I'll share it out ahead of time. Because it is a lot more fun with people in the chat. And, it seems like nobody can stick around. That showed up tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That doesn't look anything like this period. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Of course, one of the greatest thing that Will Eisner did in the spirit was how he used title sequence as a whole diorama. I don't know, whatever you would call it. Just like a splash with giant lettering with the title, with, the spirit very, very vague. And capturing a whole scene. It's pretty cool. Of course, many have stolen that throughout the years. Done variations and whatnot in their comics. And, he wasn't the only one who ever did it. He just did it really well. All right. You come closer. Cat hair. So I mentioned early on when I was first in comics, which, if you didn't catch the news, I've been doing comics for 30 years. Not a small feat. I mentioned how I looked at his artwork, and it's like I was looking at everybody who was around then, old artists, new artists, Kirby, Al Williamson, Frank Frazetta, Mike Kaluta, Bernie Wrightson, Will Eisner, Gil Kane, John Romita, everybody. That's not everybody, but Dory, hello. Of course, you're still up. I started today's drawing very late after midnight, hence the title Late Night. How's your day been? Do, 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 do. Sometimes you can capture an image character effortlessly, and sometimes, no matter what you do, it seems impossible. It's like the ingredients of the character here. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, but it's fine. It's just another drawing, another attempt. Productive working on rendering fully digital painting. Awesome. Oh, I should mention that was today. My brother's campaign, the latest campaign, went live. Painkiller Jane graphic novel one shot, something or another. Heartbreaker, I think it was called. Go check it out on Kickstarter. Because, I'm sure he only has 2 people pledging to his campaign, so it's very, very sad. And I'm kidding. I haven't seen his campaign go live, so I'm sure he already reached his goal, which is normally the case because he's been doing this quite some time. Let's see, do that. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I know what I'm going to do. Simple, subtle background. And let's see. What is Painkiller Jane about? Hey, you're back. I thought you were going to bed. Painkiller Jane, I forget exactly how it went down, but it's a character. It's almost like she's a superhero. You know, she can kick lots of ass, and get beat up pretty bad, but as long as she's taking painkillers, she's fine. I'm back. Hello. They've done numerous series with the character. Rick Leonardi was, I think, the original artist. I love Rick's work and big fan. Especially his Spider-Man 2099 stuff. That stuff was kick-ass. But Painkiller Jane had a movie and a TV series, one season on Sci-Fi back in the day. Not exactly the comic book character, but the TV series was better. And it was the actress who was the Terminator in the third Terminator movie. I forget her Lonan. I forget her name. I think she follows me on Twitter because we close like that. Sounds like Nurse Jackie. She's a bit of a cop, bit of a detective, but she's kind of a rebel on her own. And I believe lately she's been hooking up with other females and going into adventures and whatnot. And you know, it's no straight line to her story. There's a lot of twists and turns, but it's usually a good art, good story. Somewhat sexy sometimes. You know, I'm not really a salesman for the character. I don't know her in and out. But you know, I've seen the show Nurse Jackie. I liked it. That was fun stuff. What's the actress? Edie Falco? I forget. She's awesome. But yeah, I mean, this is totally not the spirit, but it is the spirit in spirit. Anyway, like I said earlier, yeah, this is as far as from the spirit as you can get. The prompt for Inktober Day 6, technically, which is what this one is for, was the spirit. So that was funny that I was planning to draw the character. So yeah, it's the spirit in my style-ish. But I'm going to call it a night. It's very late night here. It's past 1:30 in the morning. It's been a long day. Got another long day ahead of me tomorrow. But thank you, everybody who showed up in the chat. Always great to see my friends there. Give the video a like if you haven't already. Subscribe, Patreon, blah, blah, blah. Lots of links down below. Have a great night, everybody. Take it easy. See you again tomorrow with more Inktober fun.